We just keep going. And there, good boy.
So at this point, he's pretty balanced, you would say,
So
on
far.
each side.
But you notice how when I cluck, it means he moves his feet. And I watch, all I gotta do is just touch him. There. Okay, now, good. See how he gets farther and farther in that trailer? And it's not a big speed race. This right here is the reason that I cluck. Means forward only. You'll never see me clucking backing a horse up. Cluck means forward, okay? Because I could have him up in this trailer and he'll start to back out, and I'll cluck and he'll jump forward, see? Cluck always to me means forward. You don't hear me use the word always and never very much, but I can't hardly ever remember clucking on the back up. You'll see people clucking on the back up. It'll get you in trouble big time. With this, it'll get you in trouble, and then also if you see me working a horse on a rope, when I've roped a critter and I want him to come up, if I cluck, he'll come up, see? Okay, so I'm gonna use this stick. Careful I don't get myself, I'm gonna keep him straight. See with that stick? You can tap him on the bridge of the nose, see? There. And that trailer is a little slippery. You know, it's got cow crap in there. It ain't the end of the world. Now, some people, you could back your horse into, your trailer wheels into a hole, so that's a little lower. Sometimes trailers are really high and it's hard for especially a yearling to get up in there. Good. Now, look at there. Now, I'm going to ask him to go just a little bit more. Look at there. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. Okay, now I'm careful. I don't want to get myself kicked. I don't want to get myself kicked, but I'm gonna let him rest a little. I'm gonna back him up a smidge. See if he can back out of there. See if he can back there. Look at there. He's stepping back. I'm gonna ask him to back a little. Look at here, he's about to step off there. I don't step up in there with him. I just stay out here. Okay? So what I don't do is let him rest outside the trailer. Okay? If I'm gonna let him rest, I let him rest inside the trailer. Good. Good. See how he took one step and I quit clucking. See, I don't keep clucking like a chicken. I'd like him to step up. He's just about to make it. I might even just touch him here. He made it. He made it. Good. I don't want him turning around. See how I don't want him turning around? Okay, now if that happens, you just load him right back up again. See how I blocked him?
Yep.
Right there on the nose. Just slow down there, see? Sometimes they'll go right over the top. There. Now just slow down, buddy. There. Good, okay. Now watch here, I might even do something like this. You can even do something like this if it helps. Good. Good. There, just let him. There, just let him. I'm gonna hold him right here so he don't turn around, okay? I don't want him turning around, see? I have my stick right in here like this. He worked pretty hard at that, so I'm just gonna let him rest. If this was a 2-horse trailer, it'd be even easier. Okay, so now I'm gonna tap his there. Gonna ask him to come. I'm gonna ask him to come back a little. He knows. Ask him to back his feet up a little. He knows not to turn around. There he goes. See, he just moved his feet, that's all. Good boy. So, there. People want to get in there and pet and rub him. I'm going to ask him to back up a little bit. I want his head straight. I don't want him turning. I want him to back up there. He shifted back. See, it's right across the bridge of the nose. Just, he'll get his feet stepping back here in a minute. He's searching. I don't want him turning around. There, he shifted. There. Leave him be, okay? Let's see him working his mouth. Leave him be. Okay, I want him straighter. He's kind of crooked here. Get him over there. There. He can back up. There. He can back out. There he goes. Nice and slow. See that? Wasn't that nice? So what I'm going to do is good. So I'm not going to sit there and pet and rub him. The reward is in letting him just stand still in the trailer. So I'm going to load him. He's better on this side. Has more confidence on this side. There we go. See how much? There. Good. Okay, that's good. Just like that. Good boy. I'm just going to let him rest there. I don't want him turning around. There. Okay, I'm going to ask him to back out now. There. Look out. And I want his jaw straight, see? There he goes. Look how nice he's starting to back out there, see? It's a little slippery, but he's figuring it out. Good boy. Notice this, all this loading and unloading. Good boy, yep. There. Very good. Very good. See how slow he's going in? Might put this right in here. Look at that. Perfect, perfect. I don't want him to turn around now. So, see how nice he did that? So I'll just leave him be in there. See? I'll just leave him be. Let him sit there for a minute.
He's thinking about that beautiful lush green pasture.
Ha ha ha. Them greener pastures. Okay, I'm going to back him out. I don't want him to turn. There. See how he's starting to back out straight now? Look at that. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Ask him to back. He's going right off that nice feel, off that halter, see? I don't want him turning. I don't want him turning at all. See how he's unloading 1 foot at a time? He doesn't just blast out of there.
That was much better.
Yeah, and you see how... Now what I'm not going to do is let him stand there and eat grass as a reward. The reward is him going to be up in that trailer doing nothing. That's going to be the reward. Good. Give him a second here. He's trying. Now he's not trying. Now he's trying. See? Good boy. Good boy. Look at that. See? So, no, I don't want you turning around there. See? What you could do, I see, if I'm around horses that are real bad and I think they're going to kick, I don't even get in there. I'll just fish this, I'll just walk this along the side and tie it up. And when I unload them, I'll do the same thing. I won't even get in there with him. Because I've taught him, no, I don't want his head around there. I've taught him how to back out just like this, see? I've taught him how to back right out of there, see? Yeah, see how he's stepping back, taking his time. He's not all frantic. Good.
Okay.
So this horse doesn't really like this stick touching him, and I don't want him to think that I'm going to spank him or hurt him with it. But he just needs to be okay with it. So notice how, good boy there. See, I don't want him getting all. Okay, now watch this. So I've loaded him and I've sent him in, right? So now watch what I'm gonna do. Another thing too, I was gonna tell you, I usually don't load a horse in the trailer until I can back him up. So watch here. So see this here. This horse, see, this horse can back right up, see. Okay, so watch this. So I sent him in there, so now I'm just gonna lead him in there, and now I got the clucking working for me. Let's see if he'll step up in here for me. Good boy there, see. See, now I don't keep asking, I just wait a second. He's gonna get uncomfortable standing like that, so watch here. I'll just let him, I'll pause for a few seconds and then watch. Good. Notice I didn't pull on him. I didn't pull him in. Look at here. Good boy. Look at that. That's beautiful. So see, now I'm going to let him rest. Now I'm going to... That's pretty awesome. So now I got that working for me. Now he's working. Now watch here. Watch me as I back him up. Let's see if I can unload him halfway. Let's see if I can unload him halfway and stop. You know, so let's see if I can get him to just step off there. Halfway. There. Got a little bit scared. Lost his confidence. I'll just see if I can get him to, there he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Now watch. I'm going to see if I can hold. Look. See, I just asked him and he stopped. So a lot of times what you'll do, even on your aged horses, on your aged horse, if you can't back them out and stop them halfway, and if you try to hang on to them, they'll usually smash your head on the roof. So just let them unload and then load them right back up again. And that's how you stop a horse from doing that. From unloading really fast. Just load them right back up again. And
I've seen horses, rocket back out of a
oh,
trailer.
they go back so fast they'll bust
they'll run
it. Yeah.
over, or they'll run over somebody.
Yeah, and it's really easy to fix. Just load them back up again. I'll probably do a video on that. But watch here now. Look at there. See that foot moved? I quit asking. See there? See how that works?
So at what point would you go ahead and tie him in the trailer?
Oh, I could do it right now.
Okay.
I could tie him in here. I could tie him in here right now. But I tie him in such a way that he couldn't turn around. You can cross tie him, or you can kind of shut the divider so he can't get turned. You can kind of tie him short. Okay, I'm going to back him up a little bit more. I'm going to back him out. See if I can stop him halfway again. And see, you can do this all day long. You can do this all day long, as long as you kind of, there. See, he stepped off with the other foot that time. Isn't that nice? And see how he's waiting for me? He's not in a hurry to unload. See, I just stopped him right there with that feel on that halter. Now, this isn't something I learned from any one person. I learned this from about 4 or 5 guys. One guy would do one thing one way really good. And one thing I don't really want a horse to do is jump in a trailer. I don't want them hopping in a trailer with their hind feet. I want them to step in the trailer. And I want them to step out of the trailer. You can turn around and unload him also forward, And the same thing goes with when you lead them out. Like these stocks, a lot of times you're a cowboy and you'll just turn them and lead them out. But if you're the last guy on the trailer, you got to have to back out, So So you got to have your horses to where you can back out. So in short, the main thing is let them rest in the trailer. Keep their feet, even if things are going to pieces on you, just keep their feet moving outside the trailer. Just don't stand there. If you got to call your buddy for help or whatever, keep walking, keep moving. Don't let them rest their feet doing the wrong thing, okay? And then another thing is when you get home, let's say you've been somewhere, those horses know when you get home because they hear their buddies, they know home, all their buddies are calling to them, and then bang, bang, the trailer's just rocking and banging and leave them in there. Just go in the house and forget it. I mean, your trailer will be banging and your trailer will have the smithereens beat out of it. You know, you almost deserve that because you didn't take the time. You actually trained them to be a monster. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but horses that just act like monsters and paw and slam around in the trailer are horses that have taught that we're home, we got to unload them. So I don't do that. I've got horses that I'll pull up after a day of cowboying or whatever. I'll pull up, I'll go in the house and make myself a stiff drink or whatever and leave them. And the more shuffling and noise making the longer they stay in there. And man, I've got horses, you'll forget that's how quiet they are. I've got bridle horses, man, you won't even know they're in there. And I'll prove it to you. How many times have you ever been around and you had to stop into you're hauling horses and you stop to eat somewhere? Well, they don't make no noise at all. They just stand out there like it's no big deal because they know they're not home. They know they ain't going, they just stay in there. But as soon as you pull into the house, they act like a bunch of orangutans in there. And so the best way to fix that is just leave them in there. Just leave them in there, teach them patience. And anyway, we'll be doing some other videos. We'll do some big videos on some problem horses. Shooting out of a trailer real fast. Another thing that you'll hear people with they'll take a little buggy whip and they'll crack them in the heels. They'll crack them at their feet. That is not the thing to do. You'll get a horse kicking faster than anything. You saw, I didn't have to do anything, but if I'm gonna tap on them with a stick, I rhythmically tap right here, right? I rhythmically tap right there on the croup. Tap, 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 tap. Even back on that above the tailbone, tap, or the tail head, tap, 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 tap. And they can't take it. Man, they'll stand there and then pretty soon they'll move. And when they move that foot, stop tapping. Okay, so there's actually one additional thing that I failed to mention in my trailer loading deal. That getting a horse to get in a trailer or want to get in a trailer is actually not hard at all after you do it several hundred times. The trick is to getting them to back out of the trailer and to step off that ledge or just to even back up. So just make sure your horse backs up good before you load them in the trailer. I have found, and that's why I started loading a foot, backing them out, loading 2 feet, backing them out, loading them. If you can do that as you go, they learn that it's okay to go back. So I just wanted to mention that sometimes getting a horse to back out of a trailer is just as hard as getting him to want to get in the trailer. So that's usually alleviated by stepping them in, stepping them out. And that usually almost 98% of the time eliminates them not wanting to get out of the trailer. I just thought I'd add that. And if you like this, like it and subscribe it. Adios, friends.